Hey, what's up, YouTube people? Welcome back to another video in this series for our Immerse readings. We have been working through the Immerse book, Prophets, and we've been doing the 16-week pace for this study, which means we got quite a bit of it read in the first part of the year, the fall. And we took a break over the holidays. Now we are in the month of January, so Happy New Year if anybody hasn't said that to you yet. And we are picking up the last half, or maybe third, of our Immerse reading through the prophets. So we are currently in the book of Ezekiel, at least in our Wednesday discussion group. And as we've been doing, I just want to offer a few observations that I have as I'm reading and sort of the relevance that I maybe see in that. These are things that maybe don't make it into the Wednesday meetings, the Wednesday discussions as much. So today I am going to be reading from page 333 in our Immerse Prophets book, which I believe is somewhere around Ezekiel 12 in there somewhere. There's two little sections here I want to read back to back. The first says, "There will be no more false visions and flattering predictions in Israel, for I am Yahweh. If I say it, it will happen. There will be no more delays, you rebels of Israel. I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime. I, the sovereign Yahweh, have spoken." Then this message came to me from Yahweh. "Son of man, the people of Israel are saying he's talking about the distant future. His visions won't come true for a long, long time. Therefore tell them, this is what the sovereign Yahweh says. No more delay. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the sovereign Yahweh, have spoken." One of the things that I think is so interesting about these two sections back to back, again, they're broken up, they're probably different prophecies at different times, is what they have to say to us about how prophecy works and about how time and delay seem to work with God. In the first one, he says there's been an awful lot of false visions that have been circulated, and predictions that have been flattering to the leaders of Israel and the people of Israel. And he says, those aren't going to come true. Those are in contradiction to the things I've been telling you. And obviously, you people want to hear what you want to hear. Totally understand that. But he says, if I have said it, it's going to happen. Yes, obviously it's been a long time and it hasn't happened yet, so it kind of makes sense from a human perspective, right? That people would start to question, is this really going to happen? And if somebody offers an alternative vision, an alternative version of what the will of God might be, then maybe we're more prone to believe that. But God says, no, I said it, it's going to happen, no more delay. Now is the time. I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime because I have spoken. The second thing he says is very similar, has the same theme and the same motivation. He says the people are saying all of these prophecies are about a distant future. Therefore, these visions won't come true for a long, long time. So go and tell them, this is what I've said, no more delay. We get that phrase for the second time. I will now do everything I have threatened because I have spoken. One of the things that's been very popular in our day is people trying to interpret end time prophecy, and there's really kind of two ends of the spectrum. There are the people who say, absolutely, now is the time, and they keep saying that all of the time. So, of course, a lot of people get burned out on that. And a lot of people start to say, look, people have been wrong so many times in a row. These must be things about the distant future. And that's it. That's the other end of the spectrum. People are like, these things aren't going to happen. We've been talking about this for generations. Therefore, people kind of write off all prophecy as if it's false or if now is not the time, because up to this point, it hasn't been the time. I think this little passage in Ezekiel gives us some good insight, though, on how prophecy works. God says things. God will do what he says, but God will delay things for his own purposes to try and warn more and more people, to try and allow more and more people to repent and to churn and to see if indeed we will learn our lessons before God has to bring some kind of judgment or cataclysmic event. And there will come a point where God says, there's not going to be any more delay. Now is going to be that time. In your lifetime is going to be that time. I think these are good tensions for us to hold in prophecy, even end time prophecy. If God has said it, God will do it. There's no point in necessarily trying to work out exactly how this is in your day, nor is there any point in trying to work out that this certainly won't happen in your day. You're trying to hold in tension. God is going to do what he says when he's ready. My point, or my problem, my obligation is to be ready and to be one of those faithful people who are doing the things that God has called us to do, living uprightly, living justly, living mercifully, living obediently, so that indeed, when the words of the Lord do come true, I'm not taken by surprise by them, nor have I been ignoring them or putting them off, or even teaching people falsely about when they will or won't happen. I don't know, that's just one thing that I caught from my readings. What are some things that you caught from your readings? Feel free to put those down in the comments below. We'll just leave that open as a potential ongoing conversation for this virtual community. But we're going to keep reading together, and we're going to keep looking for a good word from Immerse.